Kuzma tried to muscle him, and Edwards stays with it and got a three.
Here's Edwards. Crossover.
Hey!
Got the basket. Team.
It was an overtime game, you may remember, Jim. This is Edwards, got a three. 18% in this first quarter so far. Edwards for three. Boom!
Just under 52% from the field.
Oh, my goodness. Get up, young man. High praise from Luka Doncic after that game on Monday. McDaniels and his defense. Here's Edwards, the fadeaway.
Had he not been injured so much this season, he missed a lot of games. As Ant gets to the rim there, that would lead the league in field goal percentage.
Oh, the poke away. Cookies for Edwards. Driving. Oh, count it. And put him on the line. 28-29 advantage in rebounding tonight. Edwards. Little step back off glass. Through high elbow. That time it's an offensive foul. Edwards, left hand. Off glass. Ball rotates. Edwards driving. Got the bounce. In this season. Edwards attacking left hand goal.
9'9". Taco Fall is the one that really broke the record, but 9'9".
The rebound. Anthony Edwards, 8 points so far. Driving, lefty lane, goal.
Routine. Washington's got 12 and LaMelo Ball's got 18.
Edwards.
And as much as it's been in Ant's hands.
Here's Edwards now, going to take a three. Got it.
That's big. Pretty in drop coverage.
Edwards penetrating, easy lay-in.
Nicely done by Rudy Gobert.
Here's Edwards penetrating and finishing.
Who's running?
Edwards over to McDaniels. Hornets shooting 90% from the free throw line.
Team that's 28th in the league in free throw percentages, and with the left-handed attack there.
Edwards gonna take a three. Yes, sir! And he said, I feel the playoffs begin before the All-Star break. Oh, nice move. Edwards on fire. Edwards. The pull-up.
They got 58.
Edwards. Off the bounce. Hangs and hits, and there's Reed. He checks out with just under 4 to go in the half. Edwards, the fade, got it.
First play, it didn't work out, but it's definitely sending a message to the team.
And Edwards hits the three. Sunday with 4 games on ABC and ESPN. And Anderson, here's Edwards. Got it.
And Karl Anthony Towns is on the floor, and that's kind of why they made all the trades to get him in this position. As Anthony Edwards, he's off to a good start. Edwards just hit a three from there. Westbrook guards him, and Edwards.
They're used to having to create their own shots all the time.
Anthony Edwards.
Minnesota defense that forces a lot of turnovers. 4th in the league in forcing turnovers, and it's helping them stay in the...
On the defensive side of the ball. Taking on Zubac again. Oh, the reverse. Anthony Edwards high flying to the other side of the rim. Green. They go under the line. Ball screens, and Ant starts it out with a steal and a dunk.
Wolves' lone basket was on a breakaway dunk for Anthony Edwards. Edwards the other way. The pull-up. Cash! Timeout Lakers. For 15 so far tonight. Edwards for 3. Money!
And I think Kawhi Leonard, the same thing.
No question. Availability plays a big role in that. Edwards.
But he was on point from distance to start the game. Ant-Man trying to answer.
For the Kings.
Here he is trying to turn the corner on Domas. Finding Taurean Prince. 3-ball defense there on Edwards. Alexander Walker on the dribble drive. Edwards to the paint. Oh! Anthony Edwards. An upcoming schedule at Kingsguard.gg. Edwards to the paint. Oh my God. Anthony Edwards rip. Maybe some arm right there as Edwards The bucket and the foul, and Anthony Edwards. A big rejection. Here come the Timberwolves in transition. And here's Edwards. Going to the left hand. Wow. Anthony Edwards. Personal fouls. Domas looking to draw another one. Here comes Edwards. Edwards stopping on the dime. He is just a ball player. Big body. Mike Conley. Here comes Edwards. 3-ball. Trying to rally their squad. Here's Edwards. Lyles staying with him. Edwards off the glass. Got it. To play. Edwards getting to the paint. Hanging. Oh, Anthony Edwards. Here's Anthony Edwards. Falling, firing.
That man has been unstoppable tonight.
He is that.
2 points. He went 19 of 19 at the free throw line. Edwards in for the steal. Gobert handling it. Wise decision. Yes! Edwards with the
steal at the other end led to the transition, and Anthony Edwards just calmly goes for the pump fake.
They're going to get Antigelli.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Chris. Lob it up. Edwards finishes on the adjustment.
Just because of last night. Yeah, they started off well, but then the legs would catch up a little bit.
Anthony Edwards! Major elevation! Levitation for Ant.
Get out the way, little fella. I'm taking all of this and some. Ant-Man. Flex on him, young fella. Indeed.
There, that's what Doc's thinking. A foul, a bucket, something, a pass and an assist. A 2-on-1 with nothing.
Step back 3 from Edwards. He's good.
3 seconds left. Edwards goes behind the back. Edwards hangs, and he scores. Bodies are going down left and right. Edwards, look out. Gets the roll and a foul. Last 36. Philadelphia is up to 53% shooting and 50% from long range. Edwards put it on the board. It's a 3. Shot clock down to 5. Edwards. He's the ultimate bailout. But Embiid has looked spry. He's looked energetic in the second half of the back-to-back. Edwards. He's got 30 points, 7 boards. Niang draws the assignment on the outside. Gobert releases, and Edwards just follows him to the rim.
Defender stopped and gets another steal.
Edwards, yes. He's able to do other things to stay on the court when his shot is not falling. That's going to give him the minutes. Oh, the step back three. 2 for 2 in the mid-range so far in this one. 6 seconds for Edwards. Penetrating, gliding, and finishing. In on the shot clock for Edwards. Pulls up on Bridges. Leading the way for the Wolves with 15. Edwards driving again and finishing. Air and turned it over. Quickly to Edwards. One-on-one with Dinwiddie. Driving. And shot clock winding down. Edwards back on the scoreboard.
They're getting to know him now. He's fantastic.
No doubt. Edwards. Right down the lane for 2. 5. He's going to have to put it up quickly. In the lane. Beautiful Euro. That's another timeout. Wolves down 3. Edwards at the controls. Step back 3. Catch! Edwards spinning out of trouble. Puts it in!
Anthony Edwards open.
Edwards driving, puts it up and in.
In transition, Conley hits Edwards, and he'll take it right through and jam it. Conley, and another old Western rivalry renewed. Here's Edwards off the turnover. And another pass picked off. The Ant-Man, one more time. 5. Edwards, oh boy, those Georgia guys can dunk on her. Nope, flips it over to Edwards. Ant-Man gets close and scores, and gets fouled. Count the basket. Edwards, Gobert, everybody. Finds Conley, now across to Edwards, and there's the drive again, right to the hole.
You called it.
Anthony, mid-range baseline, gets the bounce. Gobert against Capella, shovels, and Edwards jams. Anthony. Just keep dribbling, probing, and scoring.
Who has been wonderful on the glass.
And Ant-Man catches 125-108. Anthony Edwards is not yet satisfied with his point total, and finally this will be their 15th road win of the season. Edwards, another three. Timeout for Quinn.
Over to Anderson inside. Momentarily lost the handle. Good feed. Edwards 20 offensive rebounds to the Celtics back in December. Edwards, oh, the beautiful Euro. 35% from the floor. Both teams knocked down 3 triples. And another look at that beautiful move from Anthony Edwards. Back in a moment on Valley Sports North. Edwards, the rebound.
It's one of the things that Minnesota's trying to do in ball screen action. If you're going to guard 2-on-2 and Horford pops, you've got to veer back.
McDaniel's got a three. Edwards, little fade over Brown.
Wolves have played so well here defensively.
Edwards, cash.
Man, they needed that in a...
Edwards on an island with Smart. And foul called. Bucket. And the foul. Edwards, the blow by, the lob.
He's been on a tear lately from three-point range as well. Anthony Edwards, an open three. Anthony Edwards on the kick out. He'll get it back for a three. And 5. Anthony Edwards with the step through. He wasn't taking the physical. Shot clock down to 3. Edwards with the runner. So that layup got him. Edwards knows Curry has 3 fouls, but right at him. Little second side action to Anthony Edwards. Drives it on Monk. I'll tell you what, he's slick with it. Monk couldn't deliver. And it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Edwards racer. Edwards coming back the other way with Anderson. Anthony Edwards with the punch. Looking. And Edwards with a silencer to back. Good show by Sabonis. Edwards lays it in with the left. 7. Into Gobert. He got away with a walk. No whistle. And Minnesota scores it from the corner. Gobert. Shot clock down to 4. Edwards puts it on the floor and kisses it in. With Minnesota has 5 games left after tonight. Phoenix with 6 games left, including first place Denver twice, including Friday. Durant 0 for 6 from the floor. Here's Edwards from deep. That's it. Anthony Edwards with his second made field goal.
He understands who he's playing against and where he can get to.
He'll be 38 in a month and a half, Chris Paul will, as Edwards gets down.
The big wasn't in position to challenge. He was in a sweet spot. Why pass that up?
Edwards gets the bounce. Anthony, they can get a road win here as Edwards gets the steal after the miss. Edwards playing through illness, 4 for 10 shooting in the first half, now has 11.
Edwards, elbow jumper. That's what this game has evolved into. Edwards on the attack, got the lay-in.
Great reject.
To move the ball, maybe get him on the second side and let him attack off of that.
I think so, too.
Thank you.
All right, Ross Durant, 3 for 13 times in KD's career have we seen 3 for 14. Edwards, back-to-back baskets for Anthony.
Tied up and blocked by Anderson.
Yeah, that's a guy right there with those long arms.
Edwards racing out and racing in.
Conley, the kick out to Edwards, got a 3.
Sticky situations, right? Because Carl's holding the basketball in the low post. His Ant looks more like himself. This out.
And here's Towns. Draws the second defender, finds Kyle Anderson, who finds Anthony Edwards, who finds the hoop. There's 1 foot. And we were watching him shoot a little bit before the game, Pete. That is a lanky man. Edwards fouled on the drive.
Utah Jazz and their G League teams. Ant tries to saloon door a couple defenders right
for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, baseline three-pointer, rolls around. McDaniels gets the block ahead to Ant for the finish. Anthony Edwards. Oh, he just lulled the Portland Trail. Edwards has been part of all 7 points in this 7-0 Timberwolves run. And there are 3 more. Right on line, there's Towns to pick up the loose ball. Edwards nearly lost the dribble, regains it, goes up and over Watford.
Going down in league standings, but at that time they were playing great.
Edwards gets to the hole off the Edwards working against Sharp, finds an opening. How about that from Anthony? And Sharp is there to control it. No, Ant takes it away. Anthony Edwards with the steal in the bucket and laughing as he looks over at Chauncey. Gobert draws the double team. Ant sets the feet, hits the three. Huge. Anthony Edwards, a huge three-point. Edwards picks up the dribble. Conley gets it back to Edwards. Ant in the lane, left hand, and one. A huge basket.
Here for Minnesota, Carl's going to come out. But what an attack by Ant. Chris Finch calls him his home run hitter. And he just...
Karl Anthony Towns dribbles left, back to Anderson. They swing it around to Edwards. Anthony Edwards, right to the hole.
On the bench, leading the Wolves with 7 points. Here's Edwards on the attack and flips it in. Embraces this fully. It's all about the people.
Yeah.
And he makes some great relationships and already made great bonds in Minnesota. And Gobert, the offensive board. Edwards driving and the hammer. Oohs and ahs from this Barclays Center crowd. Bounds. It'll be Timberwolves basketball.
So Claxton comes out just like Durant was. I mean, he's basically playing the same kind of role. He's a better three-point shooter than Kevin Durant, but the volume mid-range jump shots that he makes is incredible as Ant knocks down a triple. Anthony Edwards sticking it between his legs, and you got to figure it out. It's one of the reasons why coaches don't like to switch. You want to keep your matchups, but I get it.
Edwards, 3-ball corner pocket.
Solid opponents, but they have not been good at home, and they have not been good on the road against teams that are. I think turnovers have been an issue for Minnesota, so a lack of focus offensively as Ant knocks down the triple.
Wolves by 6. Edwards down the lane and
down to San Antonio and come to games, and to be invested in this team is. Ant makes another. We only got 50 seconds to cover this topic, so we'll have to bring it up.
We'll bring it up a little later. Edwards, beautifully done. Hoop in the horn.
Pick and pop situation, so that makes sense.
Edwards off the window. Edwards off the window again. Here comes Conley. Over to Edwards for 3. Cash! Oh, the buildings are up. Edwards inside, hanging and finishing. We are tied at 74. Under 10 on the shot clock for Edwards. Will fire a 3. Yes! Edwards with the quickly ahead. Prince inside, stops. Can't get the shot. Edwards, oh my! Edwards with the unreal block. The other way. Turns it over. They get it back. Edwards and 1!
It's tipped by Davis. It's retrieving the play by Edwards. Here he goes. Flying the other one. Shot clock at 10. Edwards floating in against the tooth.
Alexander Walker back up top. Edwards, little Euro step. Oh, gorgeous move from Anthony.
You still don't. We talked about this over breakfast. You know how many names you've been called, or I heard being called, of Anthony Edwards, the defender?
Spots up, three-pointer in and out. Edwards the rebound, back up and in. Edwards drives at Dort. Floats it up and in. Anthony Edwards fell down. He's a little shaken up, slow to get up. Got hit in the face. Anthony Edwards kicks it back out. Alexander Walker, a three-point. Gobert trying to work together. Conley kicks it out. Edwards, good look for three. Knocks it down. Kyle Anderson. Edwards back in the corner. Taurean Prince puts it in. Taurean Prince drives, kicks it back out. Edwards got a good look. It's good. Anthony Edwards now with 14 points. To the bench. Edwards goes back door. Edwards gets inside. Beautiful layup. Off a steal. Edwards, three-pointer. Knocks it down.
8-0 start for Denver. Edwards, the pull-up, connects.
I think one.
Murray with the miss. He's 0 for 2. Edwards behind the back, gliding in and finishing off the window.
You know, they shoot a great percentage. They're 4th in the league in percentage, number 1 in effective field goal percentages. Great handoff. Beautiful right there. Play. They're fast enough, and they just threw it over the top.
Edwards, that time the layup drops.
A couple against Minnesota this year, too.
Edwards scored.
34-7. And when Jokic has played, they're 31-3 in this building this season. Edwards.
I mean, not just his shooting, but his energy and movement. And right there, a great answer from Edwards, who's locked in as well. Multiple guys there to help.
Edwards gliding to the rack. This is Prince on the wing into the corner for Edwards. Good hard fake, open three, got it. It's a shot and he's hurt. Man advantage, here comes Edwards. Right. And Denver's offense has gone stone cold. This is Edwards, transition three, and he buries it. 4.5 left in the third. Look at Edwards.
And he just has a burst. I mean, that
unraveling. Minnesota 10 of 13 shooting in the quarter, and they just keep on coming. Edwards. Denver is out of fouls. Edwards gets a Towns pick. Here he comes, off balance, hang, banks it in. My goodness. Anthony Edwards, the 21-year-old stud. Anderson calling for the screen, gets it. For the shoot. Edwards left open. He buries it. Massive shot for Edwards. So they give it to Jokic. That's his third personal. Edwards, as we cross the 7-minute mark, spinning, hanging, puts it in. Team on a deep postseason run. Edwards got it.
Ball down the court.
Edwards against Jokic, elevates, contested, deep in the corner.
Conley right back into the arms of Edwards. He will fire and hit on the delivery. Edwards to the corner for Prince. Another try. That one talks about that all the time. When Murray's at his best, it's not just the scoring, it's filling up the stat sheet. As Edwards just goes right to steal. Edwards trying to get back, and he does. What a rejection from Anthony Edwards. Now Edwards running the break, Euros, and finishes. A sensation. Can't hit. That spot has been Colton tonight. Minnesota can hold for one. Edwards doesn't want to and lays it in. Here's Edwards. Crab dribbling with strength and just took Caldwell Pope under the hoop for two. The right veterans for this Denver team. As Edwards banks it in, count the bucket, plus the foul.
Outstanding basketball games.
Edwards slips through and lays it in.
Give him a lot of credit. We don't see that a lot.
Edwards using the Gobert screen will pull and hit against Minnesota.
Gobert with the screen on Jeff Green.
The handle, able to get it off to Anderson though. Edwards connects on a corner throw.
Gets a foot on it.
Edwards through the lane, lays it in. It's another 30-point game for Anthony Edwards. And with that bucket, passes Kobe Bryant's second most career 30-point game.
Towns, he skips it to Conley. Shot clock down to 3. Anthony Edwards steps into a 3. And that's how the party begins. Conley sizes up the defense, gets it to Edwards, steps into a triple, splash.
And it's been a soft.
Anderson kicks out to Edwards, just quiet it down. Here he comes to the cup, right into the... Just how far can this Denver team run? They are stacked from top to bottom. Speaking of
prowess of Nikola Jokic. coach told me that Jokic makes the perfect pass on time.
Porter Jr. and that tough shot in the corner. But here, offensively, it's got to be a lot of Edwards getting downhill and getting to the rim. 28 for the two-time MVP. Edwards looking for the answer. Splash! Hands off to Edwards. Spins. Here he comes to the wreck. The electricity in this kid's game off the charts. And Edwards right here, just downhill attack, beautiful spin move. And almost has that sort of downhill athleticism of a young Dwayne Wade at the shooting guard position. I mean, side retrieval by Edwards. Anderson back to Edwards. And he slithers in for two. Sizes up Caldwell Pope. Spins, fades. He buries it. Gigantic shot for Edwards. Tuesday night. Grant can't play defense much better than this from KCP. Impossible shot from Edwards. Again. Edwards turns the corner. Here he comes to the cup. Lays it up and in. Gordon defends on a switch. Crossover three. He got it! Attention after how well he has played. 3 straight games of 30-plus points entering tonight. Edwards up high, and he scores. 1-point Timberwolves lead. Just past the 9-minute mark. Edwards full head of steam to the cup with that little hesitation. Took in the bump from Jokic. So this good, solid start for the Timberwolves continues. Edwards! Edwards against Murray. What a matchup. Spins, fades, and sticks it. Michael Mullen reset with Conley. Edwards splits two into the corner. Prince, he'll fire and bury. Alexander Walker probing. Edwards knifes in, sidesteps Jokic and lays. Absence of Kyle Anderson as Towns with the takeaway. Edwards right into the chest of Gordon. Murray 16 points to lead all scores. 10 seconds to shoot. Edwards splits two, extends to the rack and banks it down again. Cleared by Towns. Porter scoreless in 19 minutes. He's 0 of 7. Look at Edwards gliding to the rack. Timberwolves trying to get this thing back to Minneapolis on Thursday night. Edwards, splash. Boy, Jeff Green took a little bit of a shot to the groin. Conley surveys, now to Edwards. Against a terrific defender, Bruce Brown. Edwards elevates and buries it. Edwards. Murray right into his chest. Edwards fades, got it. Devastating talent from Edwards. Let these guys play. I don't know.
5-point game, Edwards the kick. Alexander Walker, splash! Got him. Edwards around a screen to the rack, goes left hand off glass. We are tied.